Detroit, welcome to the D, baby.
313 Detroit's love, the Motor City. Detroit's love, can't nothing stop me. Detroit's love, I love my city. Detroit's love.
Welcome to the episode Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C, where we treat you like family. That is the theme song, Detroit Love, from my first album, the JLE Experience. Got another great guest for you today. We have fellow Cooley High alum and Primerica regional leader, Khia Fry. Welcome to the show.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for having me.
I appreciate you doing it. You want to tell people a little bit about yourself?
Yes, well, as you mentioned, Cooley alum, Cooley all day, red and black all day, right? It goes through our veins. We go way back.
Yeah.
So, from that. And so right now, what I'm currently doing, I'm a financial coach, independently contracted through Primerica Financial Services, and just helping people in terms of learning how money works and applying that to their lives and being able to have a solid financial foundation.
Okay. So, first question, what led you to this path?
What led me to this path? Honestly, I believe God led me to this path. I started out, graduated from Central Michigan University and was in social work. And so from there, continued to have the gift to be able to help people, and was able to work with families. I was working with families first, and then to reduce the risk of the children being removed from the home when they had open child protective service cases. And then from there went into case management with youth that were involved in the juvenile justice system. And so we were trying to put services and everything in place for them so they wouldn't stay in the Department of Juvenile Justice, and that they would be able to live productive lives. And through a series of things that happened as far as red tape and bureaucracy, right?
Yeah, a lot of that.
I struck out and was like, okay, I'm striking out on my own to do a different path. And from there, I still wanted to maintain my gift of help. I still wanted to be of service. I still wanted to help the community in any way that I could. And so during that time when I attempted to do that, everyone was talking about healthcare. So I actually did go into healthcare for a while, for 2 years, and I was a dialysis tech. And in there, I met some really, really amazing people and patients. And although, I was really good at what it was that I was doing, they still said to me, like, there's something else that you're called to do, and it's not being here. Right. And so from that, and they were like, we love the way that you take care of us and all of that, but just the light that you have, we know that there's something else that you're called to do. And I just thought that was amazing that they were even open enough to share that with me. And so through some soul searching and me thinking that I was going to go back, into the social work field and possibly do counseling and all of that, the economy had changed. And so in turn, what happened, it was like, okay, there's something else that you need to do. The degree that I had wasn't sufficient enough. Like, they wanted me to come back, even though I had a bachelor's and had been doing that, working in the field for 10 years. They wanted me to come back with a master's degree to do the same work, to do the same job.
Wow.
So, yeah, absolutely. And so from there, Jeff, I was just like, okay, well, God, what else is it that you would have me to do? And so by happenstance, I talked to a gentleman who, had me on the path. Like, you really like helping people, how would you like getting into financial services? And so once I saw the financial concepts, it blew me away. And I was like, okay, this is what I need to be doing, because I feel like everyone needs to know this. My family could definitely benefit from it. And so from there, I ended up being a businesswoman. So not anything that I really struck out or even ever saw myself doing. Maybe opening my own practice I saw myself doing, but
Okay.
yeah, not being independently contractor or not even being a business owner. So yeah, so ultimately
Yeah, I've been watching you on Facebook. Like, okay, she doing that, and all the milestones you would hit with her. Like, she doing her thing.
yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I give God all the glory for that. Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Absolutely.
I'm doing this. I ain't expect to do all this. So,
Yes. And so it's like when when you're obedient to his call, you just kind of moving and flow the direction
oh
that he
man,
has you to go
I'm
and
getting
you'll
this
be
out the mud. Like,
surprised.
what you mean live stream? I gotta figure that out.
Yeah.
Okay, you gotta meet people. Gotta come up with flyers. Like, this ain't gonna be simple. Okay, I'm figured out though.
Right. You figure it out. You figure it out. And the provision is made. The provision is always made, right? So
True.
yeah, it's been an amazing ride. It's been 8 years already. And I couldn't have asked for a bigger or a better shift in the direction that I was going. Absolutely.
Now, what is a Primerica regional leader, and what do they do?
Well, here's how I'll say. So basically, I continue to help families. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, I'm independently contracted, so I don't want people to think that I'm an employee of Primerica, because
Hmm.
I'm not. Okay. I'm an independent contractor. And so, with that, what I do is I coach people financially. And so, I sit down with families and we put together a written game plan that'll show them exactly where they are and where they need to be in the most streamlined way possible. And then we put things in place that people use and utilize every day. So, from eliminating debt through having a budget and all of that, and some other financial concepts that I actually teach and share with people to put them on a right track to where they want to go.
Okay. So, what has been the impact so far?
Oh wow! What has been the impact? The impact on me, the impact on my clients. Like I'll just
Yes.
kind of surmise all of it. Yeah. So the impact on me is I've been able to learn things that we really should have been taught in school. Like I really feel that it's not just about money management, it's about knowing how to play the money game. And I
Okay.
feel like that we aren't taught that, right? We're not taught what the foundation to a great financial home or financial house actually will be. And I think that that every household
Hmm.
uh, should know that, right? To even level the playing field so that we all can have the same concepts to be able to give our families a fighting chance. And then what we do with that knowledge after we get it is up to us. So for that, the impact on me has been that I've been able to implement the concepts that I'm actually teaching. And
Okay.
so, and then I've been able to share that with my family, right? So the thing that I always look at, Jeff, is how can we change how can we have a legacy? How can we change generations, right? And so
Hmm.
it all starts with us and then what we pass down to our family. So if I'm teaching that to my loved ones and they have children, then they can also teach their children, right? And so then it also has a great community impact as well. So the impact on my clients has been them getting out of debt faster, them being able to save and have savings, right? Them being able to put themselves on a great road when it comes to their financial future. Them being able to um, have money to be able to send their children to school if that's what they so chose to do. So And then from there, them being able to teach their children. So it's just a snowball effect that that people can continue to do. And then the impact also is just community and how I've been able to reach out, because now I'm also networking with other people who are business minded, other people who believe in circulating, the dollar amongst ourselves and our community, and how we may be able to come together and collaborate collectively on things that we can do in order to uplift our community, to empower each other economically, and so that we all can rise. And is everybody going to do it? No, but however, we all have hope and we'll all have the same tools. So that's the impact that it has been, in short.
Yeah, because at Cooley, you had the Deca store. So if you didn't have that class, you really wouldn't see the whole business process.
Absolutely. And then, we did have some great teachers when it came to economics and things like that. And then, but it's still not the intangible, right? So DECA did tell you about business, but that didn't tell you about your own personal finances and, different other aspects that you're able to do when it comes to money management as well. So.
Yeah, no, they ain't go that detailed. I think in economics we did our taxes once. Probably that was about it.
Absolutely, right.
Like, who's about to do their taxes at 19?
Yeah.
Taxes, like, okay, it's cool to know, but I ain't got no real job like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the taxes is one thing, and then it's so much more. So I think like more people are starting to put things in place for youth to know about. I know like Junior Achievement has some things that they're doing. And there's some other youth programs that are available, but I really think that this should be started at the junior high school level, even just to talk about different things, just to start as far as business is concerned, as far as starting different savings accounts and things like that. Yeah.
And credit, so they don't get you in college. Take these 10 credit cards.
Because what do we know? Come on now. It was like they hit us as soon as we came through the door, baby. Like, you want this cup, right?
Yeah, I was like, what's wrong with you? But it's free, like, that ain't free money, dog.
Right. It's not free money, but you want that cup, that frisbee, that blanket, that basketball. You want all these free gifts that they're giving you. And so you're like,
oh yeah, man.
The only thing you need to do, like, really quickly is fill out this application. And so you're like, okay, not really seeing how it's going to impact your credit. And then you get a credit card. Like for me, I was never one that was a frivolous spender. However, I am a college student. So books, like I need books. So I'm gonna charge these books. And then my whole thing is I'm gonna pay it back, right? But then when that stuff starts to become more than you can handle, then it's like, whoa, like I didn't know I needed to have paid that so I could save on the interest, within those 30 days. So I wouldn't get hit with that interest, So it's different things like that, a lot of times that we don't know in terms of being able to save and play the credit game.
Oh, right? Man, was student loans. Like, I can get my debt caught up with this. You give me 10. What? I'm rich. Hey, I'm about to get it.
You balling out, huh? You balling out. You thought
oh, you man, I'm getting Jordan. I'm like, man, look at me. I can't throwing the foot out. Like, I bought some Jordans. Like, yeah, I'm rich. You ain't rich. You gotta pay the government back. Couldn't tell me nothing. Like, oh, I need that money back. Come on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, no, you're not. You are not rich. You just put something that depreciated right on your body. You took that money that you didn't have and bought something that you didn't need, right? Mm-mm. So,
oh man, it was a good night to go out with the fellas. Like, I'm spotting somebody who look broke tonight. I got you, dog. Let's go. Let's get it. You ain't like,
Right.
oh, I gotta pay this back. How about that?
Oh no. So you sitting up trying to make it rain with a credit card.
Nah, there was student loan money because I was
Oh yeah.
credit card.
Oh, your refund check.
Oh yeah, I was pookie. I was like, you got that student loan? Where my check at?
Right. Right. Yes, sir. Yes, that's not free money. Absolutely. You're like, oh, you have to pay that back. Oh, I had to pay. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's kind of like people with their taxes and their tax refund, right? Like,
Oh
no
man.
refund. Time to ball out. Time to ball out.
Man, you got a kid, you really getting paid. Like, you gonna take care of so and so. I'll get to that later. Like, okay. Don't be hitting everybody else. So they know you got 4 kids, you got about $10,000. Like, what you mean you didn't help with your rent? Your bread right there. What you spending on? Oh, Aruba? You shouldn't do that.
Yeah. So we have to stop. That is, we make light of it and we're joking about it, but we really do have to stop the poverty mindset. And poverty mindset doesn't mean that you're broke, right? It just means that you operate in the mindset of lack. And so we really do have to stop that, the cycle, right? The generational cycle of thinking that we have to continue to rob Peter to pay Paul and Paul to pay Mike and Mike to pay
and it all in there, boy. Like, ooh-wee.
Right. And it just keeps going, and not understanding that there's a better way to get ahead and manage your money.
True.
Yeah.
Now, what is the Ladies Entrepreneur Empower Circle?
Oh, so you saw my women's group, huh? Yes.
I gotta be a reporter. Start looking at page like what they doing lately. Okay, what's this or what's that? Okay.
Absolutely. So the Ladies Entrepreneur Empowerment Circle was founded by Andrea Thompson, and so it is a women's organization based on sisterhood, business, and networking. Okay. And so what we do is exactly what I just said. It's about sisterhood, business, and networking. So we network. We believe in circulating our dollar amongst one another. We're about business. So we're about giving resources to women and empowerment to business women. And then it's just about sisterhood. Like, women actually can come together and be sisters, without feeling like we can't adjust each other's crown. And so we really pride ourselves on having each other's back and being our sister's keeper. So that's what LEC. Yes, LEC.
Now, in my little research I did, I see that y'all in the process of purchasing Cooley High School. How that whole thing come
about? Basically wanting to have an impact on the community, right? Okay. Wanting to have a big impact on the community. With women, single women households, particularly Black women households, making up 70% of the households in the city of Detroit. Like, we felt the need that women actually come together and continue to uplift the community. Like, what better than, since we're running the households and things like that we actually empower that community to be able to thrive again. Like, it was a thriving community. And now with Cooley sitting there abandoned, Jeff, like, it's just left a gaping hole in that community. Like, there's not really anything there. And then there's not even a public high school in that vicinity. You have to go to Henry Ford or maybe even Mumford. Like, I don't even know where the other high school is. In there, exactly, right? And so from that, what we saw was a need, and there's a need for there to be resources for our youth, right, to be able to go. And then there's a need for resources for the families to be able to go. So we just want to be the answer to that need.
So how's it going?
How's it going so far? It's great. Like, it really is phenomenal, right? So just because everything is continuing to go on, like, I can't disclose, everything. Oh, no,
it's classified on some real stuff.
Yeah. But as far as the pieces of the puzzle, everything is going phenomenally. We have some great support, and yeah, so
Now,
I'm definitely. Oh yeah, I just thought about this. So yes, I'm gonna ask for your support as well, right?
Okay.
So yeah, we have support in what we're looking to do. We've had some meet and greets where we've had Cooley alumni come out. Other people who aren't Cooley alumni that's coming out and supporting. We have business organizations that are coming out and supporting, and people just really want to see Cooley be in the hands of those that are from the city, who care about the city, and who continue to work in the city and making a great impact in the community.
Now, and I do plan to help out. How would I go about it? Anybody else that will watch this?
Actually, you can go to LEEC actually has a website. So you can go to LEEC LLC.com.
Okay.
And there's also a petition, and I'll get you the information for that. I don't have that with me. It's through change.org.
Okay.
So we have a petition through change.org as well, where you can just go on and just support and just say that you stand with LEEC. And for the school center meetings that we attend, then you can be able to come and actually stand physically with us to let the school board know that, which they do know that we are interested, but then that just, shows numbers as well.
And I put it at the bottom. That's the right website for people to go.
LECLLC.com. Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I do a little something.
Absolutely.
Now, are there any other organizations, nonprofit you're associated with that have something going on you want to promote?
That I'm associated with? I do want to promote, and let me reach 1 second. Pardon my reach.
I'll take your time.
Because I want you all to know we have something coming up for Easter.
Okay.
Okay. And so for I just saw it. Okay, so for Easter, we are sponsoring the school, so we'll be giving away Easter baskets for the neighboring schools that are surrounding the Cooley community, and that's still through LEEC, the Ladies Entrepreneur Empowerment Circle, and we'll also be having food box, so we'll be giving away food as well for Easter dinner. And so we'll be handing that out on Good Friday.
Okay, Good Friday. You know where y'all be at handing them out?
We'll be on Cooley grounds. We'll be right outside of Cooley High School.
Okay. Make sure I put a lot of that when I finish the episode and update it, put out both the Primerica website, the LEC website, and all this good stuff.
Absolutely. I appreciate that.
Hey, show all about you.
Yeah,
Promote what you got going on. Anything else you got going on you want to promote?
What else? I think that's really it. There'll be some other things that I'll probably have going on in terms of church related and things like that, but for the most part,
okay,
yeah. what's coming up like the quickest right now is the Ladies Entrepreneur Empowerment Circle Easter giveaway.
Okay.
So that's what's coming up the most. And then yeah. So, and then I'm always, one of the things is like I have a really big passion for things in the community, right? And for social issues. So that being my background, sociology, right?
Yeah, I've seen
That,
you on TV.
that hasn't gone anywhere. Oh yeah.
That's an
that
award.
that
Okay.
hasn't gone anywhere. Yes. And so one of the things I'm passionate about and why I continue to work with LEEC and why I'm doing what I'm doing as far as in the financial background is being able to help those in specifically those in domestic that are survivors of domestic violence, those that are survivors of human trafficking, and even those that are returning citizens. And so I'm looking for people that I can partner with who want to learn and be trained and developed in the financial field in order to be able to impact those communities.
Okay.
Because you have the way that I see it is like, okay, they have um a second lease on life, right? A second chance at life.
Mm-hmm.
So now that we're getting you're getting stable, you're back, you're on a rise, you're coming up. So now what can you do now that you have a job, you have a legitimate job? Though for those returning to our returning citizens, now you've gotten a job. Like now, what are you going to do with the money that you have? And so from there, we'll be able to still be able to teach them how to utilize their money in a most efficient way that will allow them not to have to return back to a life of crime, or those not to have to return back to those that are financially oppressing them, right? And so
Okay.
they'll be able to take their own money and do the things that they need to. And hopefully the goal is that they'll have some ownership, in the things that they're putting their money toward.
Okay, that sounds awesome. And they can reach you for these programs through what? Your Primerica website?
Um, Actually, they can reach me. They can reach me through my phone number. They can reach me straight directly through my phone.
Okay.
And so you can reach me through personally, you can reach me through 313-410-7941. That's my phone number. You can reach me personally through my email, which is Khia, that's Khia, Fry, Fry, the number 10 at gmail.com.
Okay. And then make sure I put all this. If you notice when I say the latest episode, I'm put all that in that little part.
Yes.
The content.
And then for all things that are related to financial services, if they, need some assistance with eliminating debt, with budgeting, with life insurance, with anything that's related to financial services, then they can reach me through the website, through my
Okay.
Primerica website.
And for the Easter giveaway, all that through the LEEC,
Yes.
LLC.com.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll put all that under there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, of course, they can always reach me through phone. So you can always just call me directly as well.
I'll put that on there too. Anything else you need to promote? What's going on?
I believe that's it. I just want to thank you for being, so gracious to have me on it and really, really advocating, for me to share about everything that I'm doing. And I don't take that not lightly. You could have had anyone on and you did consider me. So I appreciate that. So thank you very much, Jeff.
Oh, no problem. When we ain't done, I just figured get the promotion party in.
I
Got
know,
two
but
more
you know, I'm all about giving you flowers while while
Also,
you have it. So I'm just gonna say thank you, you know,
hey,
for
I appreciate it. I mean, the
right
goal
now,
is our market, yeah,
right
because you
now.
telling your story to help someone find their purpose. So use my platform to do my best to marketing that I can. So people know what you got
Absolutely.
going on, partner up with you. And anybody can
Absolutely.
like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Middle Ground with JLE L.L.C. And you can do that as well. Appreciate it.
Absolutely.
All right. Next question. What was your biggest challenge on your journey?
Mm. So I will say my biggest challenge
Mm-hmm.
on my journey is discovering myself.
Okay.
That was my biggest challenge on my journey. Yeah. Um, in order to get to a new level, you
Mm-hmm.
have to become a new person. And so a lot of times people
True.
get hung up in, you know, oh, I want to stay. Yeah, I haven't changed. I've been the same person that I was since high school. I ain't changed. I'm still blah blah blah. Like there should be some maturity that comes along. There
Yeah.
should be some development that comes along. There should be some elevation that
Mhm.
comes along. And so you have to discover yourself. You have to be willing to self develop. And so that was the biggest journey, right? Taking a look at myself in the mirror and saying, okay, what things do I have to let go? What things do I need to learn? And what things do I need help with? Right. So because I think for myself and so many others, a lot of times we figure that we can do this thing on our own because we're always taught like, you know, you can only depend on yourself. You know, you can't depend on anybody else. You have to um,
Yeah.
do everything alone. And that's the biggest crock that we've ever been taught in our life because we weren't meant to travel this road alone. You know, there's gonna have to be someone that's going to have to show you the way sometimes or pave the way, or sometimes you're going to have to ask someone for help in order to get the knowledge that you need, you know, to get
True.
to the next level that you need to get there. So you have to be strategic in who you ask for help from, but you definitely have to ask for help and you definitely have to have people that can help you on your journey. So yeah, that was my most difficult
Yeah.
aspect of my journey.
Yeah, I do believe you need to lean on God to see should you ask this person because some people tell you to go over that cliff. You're like, you
Absolutely.
doing too much. I ain't doing all that. Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, go left. And they ain't trying to help you out like they should.
Absolutely. You're absolutely right. You can't take advice from everybody. However, you know, you do have to be strategic and you do have to know who to ask and you do have to uh ask for discernment, right? To know that who those people should be. But nothing is great, nothing is better than a great mentor, right? So you find those
True.
people that you can who've gone through where you're trying to get to.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the people that you seek for advice, you know. Now Pookie and Ray Ray and them that keep sitting on they
Nah,
keep
not them cats.
they still on the block. They still on
Yeah,
the block doing what they do and they trying to discourage you, you know, from you getting to where you need to go because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. So it's like it would only make sense that I try to hold you back and not keep you from going where you need to go because then I have to look at myself and say, dog, we came from the same neighborhood. Like, why haven't I done the same thing? You know, so that's another thing on your journey that you have to look at as well. Like, don't be concerned with the naysayers. Don't be concerned with the people who you grew up with, who are in your circle, who you went to school with, who you talked to, who you
mm-hmm.
figure was your ace that you always rode with. Like, don't be
True.
concerned with them not supporting you, right? You have to just continue on the path that God has directed you on to walk in your purpose and in your calling. Because if He gave you the vision, if He told you which way to go, then that's the only thing that you need to be concerned about. And you just put one foot in front of the other and just keep walking, and everything will open up.
Yeah, that's true. I've been blessed to meet a lot of people on LinkedIn and other social media sites that doing phenomenal stuff and passing knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, maybe they say I give awesome question like, man, this is some chicken feed to me. What you talking about? This is amazing. Thanks for the compliment. Last question. What advice do you have for someone trying to find their purpose?
I think I pretty much just said, right? I would say search yourself, continue to be true to yourself,
Mhm.
and be still and listen. And it will be like that thing that's the burning desire that's within you, then that will be how you know that that's your purpose. That's what you should follow. That's what you should run toward. But you have to be true to yourself. Not because such and such told you not to do photography because photographers don't get paid. Not because this person told you not to paint because painters, that's just a lost
Yeah.
art. Like whatever it is that you have you might be the one that you're painting because you're supposed to paint a great, a mural, or you might be the next Picasso, or whatever the case may be. You might just be the one to educate those children and give them art therapy. Like who knows? But you just have to really be true to yourself. And so one of the things I always say is be you, unapologetically you, right? So just search yourself and be you, and then the purpose will be revealed to you. And then when you get it, now here's one thing that I will say, because this is a lesson that I really learned, Jeff. When you're given your God-given purpose, don't run from it, because the more you run from it, the more uneasy and unsettled more bothered you will be.
Yeah, I've been there with that book I published. Like, I ain't publishing this. I'm about committing suicide and other stuff. No, I ain't publishing. God will get on your head like, I didn't publish it. Like, all right, I don't want you to slap me. I'm be obedient and get it out there. And it has helped some people.
Yes. Yes. You
like,
will listen, you will not only get slapped and beat and all of that, but you'll keep walking around in that wilderness and keep walking and wandering in that wilderness until you say, okay, God, I hear you. And I submit, and I'm gonna do what you
I wasn't trying to do this part. Like, I like to watch sport, debate, politics, purpose, but I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And here I am interviewing people.
Right. Should you look up and be a syndicated show, right?
So, it's gonna be a network at some point. We're gonna go.
Absolutely.
This bread gonna pile up at some point.
For sure.
Well, any final words?
Well, I already said thank you. So that was that. The one thing that I will leave anyone with that's listening, to the sound of my voice, is that you're worth it. You're worthy. You have everything that you need in order to do everything that you desire, and never, ever, ever stop chasing your dreams.
Yeah, that's awesome right there. So, how'd you like this experience?
It was great. I told you we were gonna have fun. How I told you we were gonna have fun. So hey, I didn't expect anything less, and so here we are, right? Just chopping it up.
Conversation about you.
Like we haven't missed a beat. So
nope.
That's how it goes.
It's been a lot of awesome information. It's gonna help somebody find their purpose. So start again. Definitely want to thank Primerica independent contractor and regional leader, Khia, fellow Cooley alum. doing major things out here. We'll get you back on the show again one day. We're gonna talk about something, talk some smack or something. That's what I'm talking about. Have a fun episode.
Yes, yes, yes. Listen,
We got the business out the way.
right.
So definitely thank you for doing it. I'm gonna get the show together, put all this information out for people to want to reach out to you. I appreciate your time and the wisdom you showed today. I hope
Thank
you have an amazing day. Everybody who checked the replay or who's listening live, hope it helped you. Until next time.
Absolutely. I really do pray that it touched just one person. If it did that, then everything that I shared was absolutely worth it and not in vain. And so I thank you once again for having me and asking little old me to share what knowledge that that I have. And so
You're doing a lot of stuff out here.
I just come and speak from the heart. And so, like I said, just continue to be me. So thank you for recognizing that and seeing that, because you didn't have to, right? And so, so you have an amazing week as well. And until next time, because there will be a next time.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely.